So here I'm going to show you the code. I talked about it a little bit earlier in the video. The code, I will not go into insane depth, but I would like to show you the general idea of what coding is and what coding is in robotics. And so these things is a const stand for constant. A constant in this case just help the little Arduino, which is what I call the brain, the middle part that I was showing you. It helps that computer know what each of the different pins are in the sense of the physical world. So for example, as you saw, I have three different LEDs in that board. I have my green, my yellow, and my red. The computer isn't able to know what that means. And so to make my life easier when I'm coding this, I can say green LED is going to stand for the number 3. Yellow is going to be 4, 5, and then buzzer is 6. I didn't include in this video, that's a different part, so ignore that. And all that is telling it is later on, if I ever say you need to input something into green, you're gonna know that it's pin 3. That's all it is. The same up here, the trigger pin, which as I explained earlier, is what makes the sensor actually work and actually be able to function the proper way. And your echo pin, all it is receiving the data back. And so once you see that, you'll see here. So echo pin is the only one's gonna have input because as I said, the rest of these are output. These, as you can tell, they're gonna be outputs because they're receiving the electricity in this case, right? They are not providing anything back to the system, any sort of information. They are the outcome of the information. And that information comes from the echo pin, which is again the pin from the sensor that is receiving the information back. So that's why it's the only input here. And then this is other stuff that is different, you know? And I'm not gonna break down every line here, but basically what every line is, for example, let me show you right here. So this is how the computer is able to tell how far something is. So it tells you the distance is gonna be equal to the duration which you actually got from the trigger pin and the echo pin, mainly the echo pin, right? And then so the duration is gonna be this is gonna be a duration times this number divided by 2 because it needs to go back and forth, so it's divided by 2. And all it is from here is just telling it if the distance is from here to here, you will do this. In this case, it will become yellow. Also, another thing I would like to explain is high means it's on and low means it's off. That's all it means in these terms. I can explain that later on because there's two different types of pins, but that's something a little different. Since we're using digital pins, there's no such thing as a middle ground. So you cannot have a medium here. It's either low, which is off, or high, which is on. And that's the whole basis of this. This, as simple as the code gets, it's just giving each different name a value the computer can understand. So to make more sense of that, green LED to the computer just means pin 3. So instead of having to say pin 3 equals this and that, it sounds more confusing. So to make it more English like, you say green LED is gonna equal this. Now I don't have to worry about that number 3 ever again. Like, fuck that. You just have to worry about saying green LED and making it sense in your head. And it just helps with debugging and actual programming and all that. High and low, on and off, same shit. It is a way to put it in more technical terms. And then input and output, I think we all know what those are. Those are pretty straightforward. If you guys would like to know how the sensor works in more depth, more scientific depth, I will explain that. I will break down the math and help giving a deeper explanation into those people who are looking to understand stuff into real depth. Something I personally really enjoy and really think is essential. But of course, you guys let me know what you guys think. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you guys learned. And I hope you guys got inspired by this. Most of all, if you ever wanted to do electronics, go for it. Most of all, we have AI. That's all you need. You need AI. Any question you have, though, drop it. Drop it in the comments. I will answer it right away. I'm barely starting off, as I said, so I really would appreciate the support. Anything helps. And I hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys would drop any recommendations below or any questions. All right, bye.